What's going on, boys? Getting into a relationship is one of the worst things you can do as a man if you're not where you want to be in life. When do we start acting like getting into a relationship is this sort of big accomplishment? Like, since when was this something worth praising, something worth being proud of? If you're getting into a relationship with a woman you're not even that attracted to. And it literally makes no sense to me. I'm seeing a lot of guys get cuffed up recently. And it makes sense, right? It's wintertime, it's cuffing season. A lot of women are going to be trying to push relationships onto you guys. But you need to truly look at your situation and think, do I even love myself right now? Because if you don't love yourself, how do you ever expect to love your partner? You can't. You can't. You can't love somebody if you don't truly love yourself. And I'm not saying that you need to be a millionaire. I'm not saying you need to be Mr. Olympia. I'm not saying that you need to be this perfect guy. But you need to be working towards becoming a better man. But too many guys who would look back, we took a look back at their past 2025, they broke countless promises to themselves. They said they were going to hit the gym time and time again. Maybe they hit the gym, but then they gave up. They said they were going to stay consistent with the diet. They stayed consistent for a few weeks, maybe a month or two, and then they gave up. They said they were going to improve their looks. They said they were going to lose 20 pounds, put on 20 pounds. And then they gave up. And all of a sudden, these same guys are getting into relationships with women that I know for a fact that they're not attracted to, right? You're getting into a relationship with a woman that you don't even view as a 6. She's not even a 6 to you. You view this woman as like a 4 or a 5. But the reason why you're getting into this relationship is because it's making you feel better about your shitty situation. Your life sucks. You're not where you want to be. You keep breaking promises to yourself. You keep saying, I'm gonna hit the gym next week. I'm gonna take my diet serious next week. I'm gonna improve my image next week. And the first girl who's a 4, who's willing to give you some box, right? Under the contract of a relationship, you jump on that opportunity, even though you're not truly attracted to her. And it's because you're escaping. You're escaping your current situation and you're trying to feel better about it. Just because you have a girlfriend. Bro, having a girlfriend, if you're out of shape, is not an accomplishment. Having a girlfriend, if you're dead broke, is not an accomplishment. But too many guys are running away from the work. You're running away from the work. Simple as that. It's the same thing as like if you're taking drugs, if you're smoking. You could literally be homeless under a bridge, smoke, and for 3 hours, you're gonna feel like your life is perfectly fine. Like you're on top of the world. And it's the same thing that you're doing right now. You're out of shape. Your looks, last time you took care of them was 3 years ago, right? You don't groom yourself well. You don't take care of your presentation. And yet the first woman who's giving you an opportunity, you jump on that because it means that you don't have to actually work on yourself. You don't have to keep progressing as a man to attract higher quality women. So make it make sense. And so getting into a relationship, if you're not where you want to be, is literally the worst decision you can make as a man. Not only are you running away from the work, but you're making yourself comfortable in the situation that you're already in. Oh, no, you don't have to lose weight. You're 30, 40 pounds overweight, but you don't have to lose weight because your girl loves you the way you are. You don't have to improve your looks because you already got a girl. she loves you exactly how you are, right? And yet, the truth is, you're not even that attracted to her. That's the sad reality. You cuffed up a chick that you're not even attracted to, right? You just try to convince yourself that you are. But we all know you're not, right? You're all out here beating off to women that look better than your chick. Isn't that crazy? You're beating off to women that look better than your chick. That's fucking insane. Imagine being in a relationship and still having a corn addiction, right? Still looking at other women, all because you decided to settle for someone that you're not even attracted to because you're not the man that you were supposed to be, right? And it's only gonna get worse because guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna get more and more and more comfortable in your situation. More and more comfortable every single day, but you're only gonna be degressing as a man. And guess what's gonna happen from there? You're gonna end up getting cheated on by a girl that you don't even find attractive, by a girl that you view as a 4 or 5. Now, isn't that fucking insane? You're gonna get heartbroken by a shorty that you're barely even attracted to, all because you gave her all of your time, attention, and all the little resources that you do have. Simply because you weren't willing to just sacrifice spending some time in solitude, putting your head down, putting in the work, hitting the gym, staying consistent with that, and leveling up as a man so you can attract higher quality options. That's the sad reality. A lot of guys just get into relationships out of pure cope. Pure cope. It takes more discipline to be a man who chooses to stay single, who chooses to just focus on his own personal development, than a guy who is satisfied being swimming in the shit, is what I like to call it. You're swimming in the shit and you found somebody who makes you feel better about it. Like, congratulations, bro. Congratulations. You got a girl. You're not even attracted to her, right? She doesn't even do it for you. And she's still controlling you, right? And then the second that you feel like you have to improve, because you're always going to have that feeling within you, right? You're still going to have that feeling like, oh, damn, I'm 50 pounds overweight. I need to get in shape. Oh, damn, I haven't got a haircut in like 2 months. Maybe I should go get a nice cut. You're always going to have this sort of urge to improve yourself as a man, right? But guess what's going to happen? Because you settled for that 4, for that 5, every single time you show some sort of sign of you trying to improve yourself, she's going to talk you out of it. She's going to talk you out of it. She's going to try to keep you down. That's the problem. She's going to try to keep you down because if you level up, well, then guess what's going to happen? You're going to have better options and you're going to leave her. She knows that you're in a position you don't want to be in. She knows that you're at one of the lowest points in your life. You think she doesn't know that? No, she's seen like a prey and she was willing to snap at it because every other guy who actually has self-respect, who is actually working towards being a better man, wouldn't go for a chick like that. She can't attract those guys, so she has to go for you. But best believe, soon as Chad is willing to give her a little one-night chance, right? Soon as Chad is running dry for a night and he wants to use your chick, best believe she will be running to him. And she will leave you in the dust. But as soon as you try to develop yourself, as soon as you try to be like Chad, right? As soon as you try to be like Tyrone, well, then it's a problem, right? Just be aware of that. Value your attention, your time as a man. There's nothing wrong with staying single. Nothing wrong. I'm not saying that you should never get in a relationship. If that's what you want to do, go ahead. By all means, do it. Get in that relationship. But don't get into it out of scarcity. Don't get into it when you know damn well you've been breaking promise after promise every single day for the past year of your life. Don't do it from that point of view. Don't do it from that setting. because you're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for trauma, right? And I learned this the hard way myself. You know what I'm saying? So you could choose to go that route, but I'm telling you right now, that's what it's gonna end up in. It's gonna end up in trauma. It's gonna end up in heartbreak. It's gonna end up in, maybe this is the better option, because you're gonna get your heart broken so hard that you have no other choice but to improve as a man. Maybe this is the wake up that you need, right? The reality check that you need. Because other than that, there's no way that you're gonna improve, right? There's no way. You couldn't hold yourself accountable. You couldn't hold yourself disciplined. You couldn't have any self-control. So maybe you need that reality check. Okay. Well, then keep doing what you've been doing. But for all the guys that don't want to learn the hard way, who don't want to experience trauma in order just to have a change, and you just need some sort of accountability, you just need some sort of structure, some sort of systems, somebody who's actually done what you're trying to do to show you the way. If you want my personal help with this, then click the link in the description. Let's see if we're a good fit. I help all of my clients get into the best shape of their life, improve their dating life, and actually have an abundance of high quality, attractive options, not just women that they settle for out of scarcity. And I help them become the man that they always knew they had the potential to be. So if this is something that interests you, if you're not trying to learn this shit the hard way, you're not trying to learn through trauma, if you've been in a relationship for the past few months and you feel yourself going down an even darker path than you were on before, and you know deep down that you're settling for that girl, right? You're doing that out of scarcity. Well then, click that link. Let's see if we're a good fit. Okay? Go check out my Instagram. I post daily value there every single day. You could get something out of it, right? I'm here to help you guys avoid the same mistakes that I made, right? But not everybody is gonna capitalize on that opportunity. Some guys are just too lost in the sauce. That's why I'm making this video, to help you wake up, right? So if you resonated with anything that I just said, I don't know how long this video has been going for, but if you resonated with it, that's your sign. That's your sign to make 2026 different. Because I'm telling you right now, bro, you stay in that relationship with that shorty that you're not even attracted to, knowing damn well you're not in the place to be in a relationship right now. You don't even fully love yourself right now. You're gonna start off 2026 on a very, very dark path. And I don't want that for you, bro. So, either go absorb my free content, implement it yourself. If you want help actually implementing it into your own life, you want my help with it, click that link. But subscribe, leave a like. I'll see you boys in the next one. Stay dangerous.